you want to tell them a little bit about what the camp is about?
Yeah, so the first camp we did together was a huge learning experience, especially for me. I mean, Mike's done how many camps now? Like 159,000 or whatever it is. How many camps?
This is camp 122.
Exactly. That's a lot of camps. So yeah, the first time round, I sort of went there and did some lessons, like, you know, and it was amazing and I loved it, but I learned a lot, as you do in this sort of crazy drum world, musicians world. You sort of chuck yourself in the deep end and see what works and see what doesn't work and learn as you go. As much as you can prepare for something like that, it's kind of like a drum clinic. I think, like, totally. You can't replicate those nerves and the way time either flies or slows down. Still. Yeah, or stands still. And it's like, woo! So yeah, we learned a lot. And I think the second camp, a lot of magic happened in the moment where I was sort of getting people recording some tracks that I had done and some old LTA tracks. And then people would get to a point in that track where they would, you know, they would find something hard and they couldn't get around it. And Mike would just on the spot, as the beautiful teacher he is, figure out a lesson, take people outside or go into the other room and make a lesson and craft a lesson around something they found difficult within the song. So this camp, we're going to be doing that basically in a much more refined and just, yeah, in a really cool process. I don't think anyone else will be doing it like this. I don't think anyone else has ever done anything like this, to be honest, thinking out loud.
I've done 5 21 drums camps now, the ones I do with Ash and Mark, and our curriculums, our teaching has nothing to do with each other whatsoever. And it never would in a group setting like that. The teachers would never collaborate, because there's just not enough time, to be honest. But you and I have been planning this for a long time, and that's one thing that I think can make a drum camp special, is when the campers feel that whoever's in charge is doing everything with purpose. It's not just like, so what do you guys want to do for the next 8 hours? So it's like letting them know, like, look, this is all planned out. We've really thought about this and how we can maximize every minute that you're here. And so the thing is, when you're on a drum set and Eddie's watching you play, he hears things that I would never hear, to be totally honest. He hears little crashes, little moments on the kick that would really support the vocal. Take this one snare hit out to build anticipation. I'm not in that world. I don't hear it as naturally as he does. So there makes no sense, if he's here, for me to be the one in the control room walking you through this stuff. On the other side of things, I feel like if I see anyone struggle physically on the instrument, I have so many lessons in my head that could unravel those knots for them and just make it so much easier. And so Eddie's coming in with songs that he's either recorded or he's written. I'm getting the songs ahead of time and I'm making lessons out of those songs. So basically the way it's going to work is, let's say we're getting ready to do the verse of a song that Eddie has prepared. I will teach you, we'll have a full 1 hour lesson on the physicality of what's going to be involved playing that verse, and we're going to make sure that you don't have any physical limitations to play it. Maybe the right hand part is too fast for you, so I'm going to have modifications for everybody all the way down to a beginning level. If you can't do the part, don't play a C minus version of the part. Let's scale it back so you can still have great feel, great time, great touch, and still do the song justice. So we're going to identify the primary notes that need to be there and identify the supportive notes that it'd be great if they were there, but if they're not, it's going to be okay. And then once we've got the physical stuff out of the way, then you'll go into the control room. Eddie will put you guys on the kit, and then you'll start to track these things. And we're going to go through that through the whole day as we start to track this whole song. I'll make sure that you're physically able to play the stuff, and then Eddie's going to make sure that on a musical level, you're playing everything with the right intention, with the right touch, the right feel, hitting all the accents that need to be hit to support the music the best. So it should be honestly, I wouldn't mind attending the camp myself if I didn't have to teach it with you.
Just about to say, if this camp isn't sold out, like now, within that sort of paragraph of wording, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, it's amazing, man. And like I said, I don't think anyone's ever really done anything like this. And it's very unique. Like, when do you get 2 drum teachers that are really good at like molding together and forming like the perfect drummer, if that makes sense? Like all the things that I learn when recording for other people or in sort of high pressure situations, I wish I could learn them in an environment like this.
A little bit more supportive.
A little bit more supportive, and then a little bit of time.
Okay,
you know what
so
I mean? A little bit of time on my hands. So this is amazing. This is like the dream.